Joining me now to react is Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Senator, great to have you today. These are Biden's allies. The teachers, the Dems always have the teachers. But they're turning on them. The whole country is turning on them. It's reflective in the polls.
Well, maybe our teachers remember that vaccine that Vice President Harris said she would never take because it was developed during the Trump administration. Except now she and her boss want to mandate that vaccine. Look, I support the vaccine. I've taken the vaccine. I think the vaccine works. Every day I try to persuade my constituents to take the vaccine. But this is America. And I don't believe that the president has the authority unilaterally in our Madisonian system of separation of powers and our federalist system to mandate, especially through OSHA, a vaccine. Lawrence, we grapple with these issues of how to balance personal freedom with public safety all the time.
Yeah.
And the appropriate forum to do that is not to have a president issue a mandate like a dictator. It's to allow our state and local legislatures to weigh in and decide how to strike the appropriate balance. And I think the president is way out of line here, and I think it's going to be counterproductive.
Yeah, and that's coming from people that are pro-vaccine.
Yes.
But you have freedom in this country, as you pointedly corrected to, Senator. I want to move on to this. Senator Warren is demanding more censorship. She just wrote a letter to Amazon, and Warren has demanded that the company should ban any books that be labeled as COVID misinformation. She is banning books, banning books. Does that remind you, Senator, of anyone?
It reminds me of the 7th century. I think that issue was settled back in 1791 when the American people adopted a constitution and a First Amendment. Look, that's the typical neo-socialist point of view. Some people equate neo-socialism with liberalism, and to some extent it is, but true liberals believe in the free exchange of ideas. Neo-socialism is really illiberalism, and neo-socialism is for morons.
So, Senator, what is the end goal? And you correctly, it is for morons. But these tech companies normally buckle to this type of pressure. And Amazon sells a lot of books. So what is the end result? Will Congress do something about it? I mean, this is not just any other person doing this.
Right.
This is a senator requesting a company ban books.
Well, what's the end goal in Venezuela? What's the end goal in Cuba? What's the end goal in China? What's the end goal in North Korea? What's the end goal in Iran? What do all these countries have in common? They want to control the way their people think. And part of the way they do that is to ban books. And I can't imagine Amazon doing that. But if Amazon did do that, I can assure you there would be a number of us in Congress that would be raising fresh hell.
Senator, I want to get your reaction to some breaking news. Your colleague, Senator Marco Rubio, is asking Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, to resign. Do you agree with him?
I've been very disappointed in General Milley. I mean, we need a military leader. We need a chairman of the Joint Chiefs. Based on his behavior in the last year or two, we don't have a military leader. We've got a politician.
Do you believe he was going against the commander-in-chief, President Trump, and going to the Chinese?
Well, according to Bob Woodward in the book, yes. And we need to hold hearings and get to the bottom of that. Now,
so should he resign?
My Democratic friends are going to probably sweep that under the rug. But I'm ready to hold hearings. I think General Milley has a lot of explaining to do, and I think he ought to stop bellowing and honking on like a goose about white rage and actually try to make our country more secure.
You know, Senator, I hate to continue to press you on this, but the American people want to answer on this because it seems like the generals are getting away on a lot of stuff. The rank and file are very upset in the way this military is being ran. And they go after them for far less. If he went against an order for the commander-in-chief and was negotiating with the Chinese, should he resign today?
Well, yes. But these are all allegations, and this is still America. You give me about 15 minutes with General Milley under oath in front of a committee of the United States Senate, and I'll get to the truth.
Well, he'll be there in 2 weeks.
And if the truth is as alleged, then yes, he should resign.
Well, he'll be there in 2 weeks, sir. I look forward to your questioning, and I'm sure the American people do as well. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.